going to be showing you a basic vanilla cupcake tutorial. So what you will need for the actual cake is any vanilla or white box cake mix, 1 cup of water, 1/3 cup of oil, 4 eggs, some cupcake cases, a mixing bowl, and a blender. For the actual cake, I simply follow the box instructions with a few changes. Preheat your oven to 350 and then start to pour all of your ingredients in your bowl. And now it's time to mix it all up. The box recommends 2 minutes, but just keep going until all of the lumps and bumps are gone. And FYI, of the 4 eggs that I used, 3 of them I only used the egg whites and 1 I kept the egg whole just to keep the batter a little bit whiter. Once your batter is all smoothed out, it's time for your cupcake cases. So go ahead and put your cases in your cupcake tray. And once you have all of them in your cupcake tray, it is time to scoop the batter out. I use an ice cream scooper because I feel like the size is just right. So fill your cases about 2/3 full, and then it is time to put your cupcakes in the oven. I usually do about 2 minutes less than what the box suggests because you can always check on them before and at time. You can't take it back though. Now for the homemade frosting. You'll need a mixing bowl, and definitely use one larger than mine. You'll see why in a little bit. A teaspoon of vanilla extract, a whole jar of vanilla fluff, approximately a 1.5 cups of shortening, about 3 cups of confectionary sugar, and 1/4 cup of milk. And optional, but highly recommended, are some fun sprinkles, and these are just from the dollar section in Target. So now it is time to pour your ingredients in. And I want you to think of your confectionery sugar as your base, and then your shortening and your fluff to act as a paste to kind of bind everything together, and then your milk as your ingredient to make it thinner if you need to. I gave you the measurements, but really when I do this, I just eyeball everything. So you will see it takes a little bit of trial and error with this, because as I go here, I make a huge mess and it is just way too dry. So I'm going to add a little bit more of that binding agent and put some fluff in there. And I'll go ahead and try it again. You'll see it's sticking together more, but it's still not the consistency that we want it to be at. Don't forget your vanilla extract like I almost did, because it makes a huge difference. So here, it's still not thin enough. I'm adding some milk. Always lean towards adding less of your ingredient than more, because you can always add more. It's much more difficult to fix an error if you add too much of an ingredient. After some blending, my frosting is finally looking like how I want it to. And I promise this is worth it. It tastes much better than store-bought frosting. To put your frosting in, you need a Ziploc bag. Use one with straight edges on the bottom and not any extra folds. It'll create a smoother look when you put your frosting on your cakes. You'll need a cup of some sort. I'm using my favorite Huff for House mug. Put your Ziploc bag in your cup and just smooth over the edges. And just go ahead and scoop all of your frosting out. After that, you'll find that your icing is set and ready to go. You can take it out and test it, and in a little bit we'll just go ahead and cut off that tip at the bottom, and we will be ready to ice our cupcakes. But for now, you can set it aside and we'll come back to it. By the time you've made your icing, your cupcakes are probably done. You want them to be a little golden at the top. You can set them aside to cool, because you definitely don't want to ice your cupcakes when they're warm. Make sure that they're cold. So here I'm going to cut the tip off of the icing bag. Once again, go smaller. You can always make it bigger if you want to. I find that the smaller the cut is, the more control you'll have over your icing, but if you make it a little bit bigger, it tends to look nicer. So once again, just make a smaller cut, and if you need to go up, you can always make it bigger. Now it's time for the best part, the sprinkles. So no real tricks here, just go ahead and lay your sprinkles down. And then ta-da! Your cupcakes are all done and ready to be enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more videos coming soon.